Hello, Job Doer here, and today's little venture and a quick video, I hope, has to do with these valves, these water valves. So they are automatic. They're on a timer, and some of them are kind of cool. Like, it's been a while since I've played with these things, but this one here, in fact, actually has it where you can have it on a timer, or there's a thing here you can turn it to on and off. Right? You can turn the top to it, and that's great. But the bad thing is, some of these have a little issues. Namely, that one there. Marked it. And what it does is when it turns on, the water comes from this valve size here and goes through this air brake. And it just leaks like crazy. Like a kid taking... like someone's candy got stolen from a kid. Yeah. And I'm going to have to look into that. So the first thing I'm going to do is probably get rid of this outer housing thing. I think it's just going to lift off. Set it over here for safety. And there's actually a few of them that are marked. But that back part there should just go to unscrew now. Let's see here. Watch out for spiders, of course. Okay, I have to use a little ogre strength on that, so let me get on that, and I don't want to flex the camera on, so that's what happens. Alright, loosened up here. So that should just come right off. And make sure a timer is set to where you're not doing this. Right, so this here is lifted up. You can see inside there, looks like that. But what you're not seeing is, I think, this little doohickey here, you see. This thing here should be right in here. Yeah. So in theory, when this thing here goes off, this plunger, maybe I can zoom back out a little bit. Alright, this piece the top with the hole, this piece the plunger. So it goes in the hole, and when it turns on, it comes up here and does that. And when it turns off, it's supposed to come down like this and clog the hole and let the air brake happen. What it's doing is it's just, you know, pouring everywhere. So, that is going to have to be replaced. In this case, I don't know, I have to find another one of these things. So, off to the hardware store I go. Okay, so after much searching and hard to find, I have found a new replacement cap. They're called a shield cap, I believe. And what I'm going to do here is take this one off. And what happens with these, there's different kinds too. This particular one has it separated, right? So what happens is that this here can build up some minerals. Now, if you can't find a cap, take a little fine sandpaper, a little blade or something like that, and brush off these minerals. Maybe some vinegar, white vinegar, right? So get all the minerals off. See if your washer down here is good, the gasket's good or not. Also check this gasket in here. A lot of times it too can get, cracked or damaged. And this thing here is a little bit harder to find, I think, maybe by itself, who knows. But this is not just a simple washer. It has, a lip on stuff, has some curl to it. Anyhow, this whole assembly nut can go away. And I got a new assembly. Right? Scoured the internet, found it on a big name website that was actually sold by a third-party seller, and I'm going to take out the gasket and land on top of where it goes, so it's pressed out good on this rim here. Wipe it off real nice, and a little liquid here. We'll put this new gasket right in there like so, and seat it down nicely. Then this assembly here, plunger kind of falls out. Kind of hold with my finger, and put it in there, If it does fall out, it should line up again and tighten this down pretty snug by hand. Righto. Now then, the other two culprits down that leaked, they have other issues, and I'll explain that in a bit if I not already explained it earlier in the video. So now I'm going to go fire up the system, and we'll run it through and see what happens. Okay, so I got the cycle going, and so far no leaks. And the first zone's going right now, which I can't remember which one controls it. Might have been that first one. And so the next one goes up, it might be the one we placed the cap on just now. Yeah. Okay, here we go, switching off. And the next one should start on. So exciting. There we go, it kicked on. And not too sure which one it is, but this is another good time. If you are like someone that has a sprinkler system like this, automatic sprinklers, and if you notice your water bill going higher maybe in the month sometime, you might run your sprinklers while you're at home and just make sure none of them have been broken off and the fountain's shooting out of them. That's a nice little tip that I found out with this system and others. Sometimes, you know, the stuff just leaks out of them, the water. Okay, so as you can see here, or here maybe, the water's going in and looks pretty leak-proof down there already. So I'm going to wait for a few more to cycle through here. Another zone down. And here is one of the troubled one. And it's, that one there. Zoom on that one. And now why this one is a troubled one is I don't see any leaks right now, but there's definitely been some corrosion on this. And what it does is that when you install a system and you have your valves, anti-siphon valves here, lower than your sprayers, which in case this here feeds a planter, and the sprayers tank are probably about 2 feet higher than this here. When this thing cuts off, water should bubble out of it, and that is indeed what an anti-siphon valve is for. Here we go. See if we can see any water come out. Oh, there it goes. So all that water there is coming back down through the pipes and leaking out. And unfortunately, by design, that is correct. What should have been done is these valves here, or that particular one, should have been maybe installed somewhere else, or somewhere where it's higher than the planter. Maybe even in the planter would have been nice, but I didn't install the system. And whoever did maybe or may not knew that. This is another one, which I think covers this valve here. And I have a feeling when it cuts off, it too will be a little dribbly. This also goes to those people's front yard, but one of them is a mystery because it's almost lying outside now, and the other one is about a couple 18 inches high off the ground. Yeah, a little bit of drip coming out of it. Not too bad. So, basically, that's it. The one that had the kind of slightly leak to it. Right there. Down there we changed the cap and now it's leak free. And it's doing what it should be doing. The other two, they're leaking, but by design, because the sprayers are higher than what these are, after it's done spraying, the water flows out and backs into here, and then comes out as opposed to going into your freshwater system. So that too is by design doing right. And yeah, that concludes this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And thanks for watching. Out. Drip.